All right, we are on the air, and here we go. Welcome to episode 3 of the Geek Pull podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Matlock,
And I'm Dax Matlock.
and we're here to talk about some comic book news, movies, comic books themselves, and toys. So Dax, you want to kick things off with some latest news bits?
All right. So, the Killing Joke, which we spent a lot of time talking about last week, they
did.
just came out with like the real official trailer. That wasn't just a teaser, but like actually showed. Look for it on DVD and Blu-ray, which I thought was pretty exciting. But they showed a lot of the stuff that we're very curious to see in the movie itself. It was a really good trailer. I felt it got me really excited. It was cool to see the animation starting, and it started with the voiceover of Kevin Conroy as Batman with the beginning of the book, which was a good way to play the trailer, I think.
Yeah,
and
we totally set it up right.
Oh yeah, I mean, it got it all started like with the madness begins and stuff like that, being the slogan. Pretty exciting, but I think
they even showed a shot of Batgirl in uniform.
Yeah, which was awesome because in the book she's not as Batgirl, and so that means that we get to see some cool Batgirl footage,
Right.
which is I'm so excited about because Batgirl's awesome.
Yep.
And so it'll be really cool to see that. And then they show the scene that the part in the book, which I thought was pretty cool, with the Joker.
Which part?
The one with the
door?
Joker and Barbara, yeah, with the door. So that was pretty exciting. And then they have some stuff with Jim Gordon and the circus in it. So I'm so excited for that now. I just remember
they showed a lot of the pretty much the story throughout the whole piece. Of course, they probably assume most people who are probably going to buy this have seen it already or read the book already.
Yeah.
There's not like, oh, spoilers. There's definitely looks like, new footage that's not in the book with the shots of Batgirl.
Yeah, which they have to add stuff in order for it to make a new movie. So I'm glad that's something that they felt they should add, because Batgirl's never really seen it enough. So It's going to be exciting seeing her.
And I like the animation, the way the characters are drawn. It's not your typical Bruce Timm characters.
Yeah.
They definitely took influences from the way the lines are drawn and everything from the Killing Joke book. So
yeah, it definitely looks exactly like the book, just put on film, so animated. So it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty hyped up for that. I watched the trailer last night and I was just like, the entire time. So I'm looking forward to that. Next bit of news. So there have been rumors for the Lara Croft Tomb Raider reboot that Daisy Ridley was going to be cast as that, which would have been awesome for Daisy Ridley, just because I feel like she could have killed that part. But it turns out that she did not get it. Another person, Alicia Vian, the star from Ex Machina, she got it, which I think she'll also do a pretty great job. She's a pretty great actress. So
yeah, I mean, if Daisy had gotten the job, that would kind of say that she's not a Skywalker for sure, because so far Skywalkers, guys playing Skywalkers, have not had any roles post Star Wars movies. So
yep. So we'll see what happens.
So she could be a Skywalker. Well, based on last week's spoiler rumor, she could be a Skywalker, and she's probably never gonna get another role in her life.
Yep.
Except as a Force ghost in future Star Wars movies.
Yeah. Well, she is working with J.J. Abrams in another side, like, sounds more like a thriller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of it is, but he's producing it and she's the star, I think. So
That makes sense that he would cast her in something. He likes to cast and use people.
Because like I was
Like
reading
him.
an article about it and said that they just had a lot of fun working together on Force Awakens, so they decided to. He asked her to be in this movie, and she said, "Yeah, of course. Love working with you." So could be pretty exciting. Yeah, and so I guess we'll get to see another Lara Croft movie, which will be interesting. Another.
Now, do you ever play the Lara Croft the video games?
I don't think I ever played it. I really want to now. Like I've seen my friends play it, and I think maybe my dad had it when I was a kid. Um, I I can't really remember, but I know I'm very familiar with like the visual aspects of it, but I haven't played the game. But that is probably something I'll do over the summer.
Yeah, I've never played the game. I've just seen the Angelina Jolie movies, which were entertaining at the time. But yeah, I'm not huge into the Tomb Raider world, although she's cool because she's like a female version of Indiana Jones. So.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool that that's why I kind of wish Daisy Ridley had gotten it, because that kind of would have been cool. Like,
yeah, she would make a good female Indiana Jones because she's very adventurous. Well, this other girl, she'll be good too.
oh yeah, no, I'm not bunking her at all because she did great in Ex Machina. So she was in something else too, but I can't remember. But yeah, so looking forward to that. That should be entertaining, to say the least. And then in other news, with the DC Rebirth coming up, there's a guy, Josh Williamson, who will be writing for The Flash, my favorite superhero. And so I thought this was cool news. But he's also been signed to Vertigo, which is kind of DC's little side thing.
They're more adult.
Yeah. Very serious and stuff. But he's writing a 6-issue miniseries called Frostbite, as well as doing The Flash Rebirth. And it's about a disease that quite literally turns people to ice. Kind of interesting. But the main character is a South American woman named Keaton. And it's all about this journey of getting these scientists to study the disease at Alcatraz. Some stuff goes wrong. People freeze to death. So it could be a pretty interesting little story.
Does it take place while Alcatraz is has people in it? Is it like a period piece?
I don't think so, but I'm also not the most positive on that because there's not a lot of information out on it.
When's that supposed to be released? Do you know?
It's September.
Okay.
So that'll be pretty interesting. It's kind of cool for this Joshua guy because he's getting to write for his favorite superhero is the Flash. So he's really excited about getting to write his Rebirth and take that on, but then also to get to write for Vertigo. So, and it should be a pretty good story from what it sounds like. So definitely something worth picking up, I think.
Yeah. So the Flash Rebirth #1, that's supposed to come out in June. June 8th. $2.99.
$2.99.
Is that a Rebirth title you're thinking about picking up?
The Flash?
Yeah.
No, probably not. Yes, I'm picking up The Flash. I'm picking up too much for the Rebirth, but yeah, no, definitely The Flash is on my priority list for issues to pick up.
So there's the Flash Rebirth #1, which is like a one shot.
Yeah.
And then there's actually the Flash #1, chapter 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be. I'm curious. I've been trying to figure out which Rebirth titles I'm going to start picking up. There's a lot to choose from. Let's put it that way.
I'm probably gonna pick up at least all the first issues just to have them.
Just kind of see how they're starting it and what they're rebirthing exactly.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking up because they're doing like Jeff Johns is writing the DC Rebirth Universe Rebirth story, which
Right.
then
That comes out in May.
and that comes out in May. And then everything after that is supposed to spin out of the events that happened there.
Right.
So I'll probably pick up all of the number ones, one just to collect them, and then two to see where everything's going. Because I have too many titles on the list of stuff that I want to pick up, and not enough funds to be able to afford picking up every single one of these titles twice a month.
Right. Even though they are cutting the price back to $2.99, they're also increasing the frequency to twice a month.
Which genius on their parts.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the $2.99 price. I'm like, well, man, I could buy a lot of these things, but I'm like, oh, that's twice a month. That's twice a month. So
yeah,
most of them are twice a month, I think.
Yeah, I think almost every one of them is twice a month.
Yeah.
So I'm already crying for my wallet, even though it hasn't started yet. But it's gonna be great. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, when New 52 started, I decided to stop buying issues. Just because I had so many backlog issues that I hadn't read yet.
Yeah.
So when they were basically, I think it was the Flashpoint specials were coming out, and at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm out. There's too many crossovers going on, Flashpoint stuff. So I stopped, and then New 52 started. I was tempted to start buying issues of New 52, especially the number ones.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm stopping. So then I started buying the trades for the New 52 series. But I am going to start back up with the issues on Rebirth. So to DC's credit, they're getting me back in the game. They might lose some other people. I don't know, but
I find it hard. I don't think they lose people.
I think they lose people because, like for me, when I knew the New 52 was coming out, that was for me kind of like, okay, I'm gonna get out now.
Yeah,
there's always people who are like, I should probably stop, and then there's the people who are like, I'm ready to get back in. So
yeah, I stopped collecting a long time ago because my dad stopped, so I didn't have transport to the comic book shop all the time because he ended up having stacks bigger than me of stuff he hadn't read.
Right.
So then he was like, okay, well, this is expensive and I'm not reading. I don't have the time anymore. So he stopped collecting, which by the process of association caused me not to collect. And then they did the Villains month in DC a few years ago. And
I remember you collecting those.
I was like, oh, these are so cool. Like, I'm going to collect all of these. So I bought almost every Villains month issue, which was just tragic because I think I ended up spending like $70 in a month.
Is that when they were doing the 3D, the hologram covers?
Yeah, the 3D covers, which was so cool. So yeah, and then that really got me into collecting again. But then once I learned about the trade paperbacks, I was like, yeah, it makes so much more sense just to spend $15 and get 5 to 7 issues.
Yeah. Now, what has me interested in doing the issues again is I didn't like having to wait for the trade paperbacks.
And that's my problem with the trade paperbacks, is having to wait.
Yeah, so I kind of want to stay current on stories. Now, I may still do trade paperbacks for certain characters.
Yeah.
But there's lots of characters that I want to do, that I want to stay current with. Now, they did allude that the trade paperbacks, starting with Rebirth, might be coming out faster. I don't know if that means they'll be coming out faster because they're releasing the issues faster too. So they're getting complete stories, within a few months' time to make a trade paperback.
Yeah.
Or if they're actually going to go to paperback or trades quicker. So.
Yeah, it seems like, since they have so many more issues coming out at a time, it makes sense that they would be able to speed up the output on the trade paperbacks. So that's something to hopefully look forward to. But yeah. I'm excited for the Rebirth because I'm excited to get back into collecting and making it a monthly trip.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing Batman. He's the new writer for that. Supposedly has been doing a pretty good job on his Omega Man that he's been writing on.
Yeah.
That's Tom King, I think is his name. And then the story that they're starting with is basically there's these new heroes in Gotham who are kind of challenging Batman's form of justice. So that's a neat take. Instead of introducing a new villain, they're introducing a new heroes.
Interesting.
Who will challenge Batman and become an obstacle for Batman and what he does at Gotham. So I'm interested in that storyline.
Yeah, that sounds very good.
I like Batman.
Yeah, I've recently been digging into Batman, so that's exciting to get to join in on the Rebirth with collecting on those.
Yeah. And I also want to do some of the Green Lantern stuff. They have 2 different titles coming out. They have the Green Lanterns, which is going to be based on 2 of the newer Green Lanterns, not Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
So it'll be kind of their journey to becoming better Green Lanterns, and supposedly they're going to be in the Justice League as well. So
that's exciting.
But not Hal Jordan, which is kind of frustrating because I like.
Yeah. Is it the Simon Baz?
Simon Baz and the girl. Her name is what was her name?
I forgot her name.
There's a girl. Jessica Cruz.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's it.
So the Rebirth #1 issue, the one shot's gonna be written by Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
So and then the art
that's exciting.
The art is Ethan Van Siever, which he's awesome. His art is cool. He did the together they did the Green Lantern Rebirth, which I don't know if you've read that, but that's
I've been meaning to read those, but I haven't found a copy of it.
Yeah, I'm assuming they have that available as a trade, but I haven't seen it. But that's a really good story. It's a good introduction to Hal Jordan and the things he's gone through in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a cool story. So I'm excited for that, just for the artwork. But then the other title is was it Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns?
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hal Jordan and
the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
That's going to be July 27th. So
there's so many good titles coming out.
And then Suicide Squad, which I'm sure I think they're playing up the characters that are in the movie. But Jim Lee is doing the art on that. So that's one I'm kind of interested in. I've been reading some of the new Suicide Squad trades from the 52 series. Those are good stories. It's nice to get Harley Quinn in there without being like just an all Harley Quinn book. So I'll probably pick up that too.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list and I'm thinking I'm picking up Aquaman, Batman, Wonder Woman. I'll probably do Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps because I love Hal Jordan. Justice League, Batgirl.
You've already gone over budget.
I've already gone over budget. Yep. Yeah. And then Batman Beyond. Suicide Squad, Teen Titans. Harley Quinn would be interesting to read, but I don't know if I can afford to pick that up as well. So
yeah, I haven't gotten into the individual Harley Quinn books. I've never read one, so
yeah, me neither. Every time I would go to the comic book store, I like look at them and I'm like, they look really good. The art is really cool, and so makes me want to pick them up, but at the same time, it's like I can't spend this much money.
They must be good because I mean they're making like everything Harley Quinn this, Harley Quinn that, Harley Quinn's gang.
Yeah, because she's got a few different
Yeah,
storylines out right now, so she must be selling pretty well.
yeah. So, but I haven't read them new.
I
I've
haven't
only
read
read
them.
her. I've only read her in the Suicide Squad run right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, the Rebirth is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But I'm also super excited about it.
But I figure I got just a little under a month now. I've got a few issues of some books I haven't read yet. There's a Batman's the Europa. I don't know if you saw that. I got the issues for that. It's basically a story of Batman having to team up with the Joker.
Oh, cool.
So, but I haven't read it yet.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So it's in my stack. I think that's the only thing I have in my stack right now. I'm still reading through Batman Zero Year.
I have quite a few stuff in my stack right now. Quite a few things. I just picked up Batman 66 Volume 1. And then so The Flash is my favorite superhero, but I have all of the New 52 hardcover trade paperbacks, but I have not opened a single one because I've been waiting.
Volume 1?
Even Volume 1. I've been waiting for like the right day to like just really sit down. So like, and it's been killing me because like I keep looking at it. I'm like, I really got to read these. Like, I love The Flash, and I haven't read any of it because I'm just waiting for some reason. I don't know why.
You need to read them before all the new Rebirth come out. Otherwise, you just put them away.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to. So once finals are over, I'm gonna power through and not power through because I'll enjoy it, but I'm gonna read them all. Just gonna sit down and
binge read
once I get home.
Speaking of binging, I've been watching the Daredevil season 2.
Ah, geez, I haven't even seen season 1. I'm so behind.
This is how I've been spending my week. Last week was reading some stuff, and this week I've been just watching because I've been so tired at night. I'm just like, I just gotta watch something. So I've been watching. I had started watching Daredevil season 2. It kind of got a little slow for me, so I kind of stopped. Took about a month off, and then I've picked it back up. And so I've been watching, and now it's picking up the pace a little bit. So I don't enjoy it as much as season 1, but
interesting.
It's got a lot of dialogue as far as just people sitting in a room talking to each other for a long time.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of story there, and it's interesting. But
I don't.
At some point, I feel like it could become like so heavy as like Arrow is on CW. Better quality than Arrow, but as heavy as Arrow is. I don't have a problem with heavy shows, but for a whole season like that, it can be kind of rough to watch. So
yeah, it just kind of gets a little exhausting. That was my problem with Arrow.
Yeah,
it's just so much of the same type of drama that it just killed me, killed all my joy. But it's fine. So other news, got Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. It's their last issue of Batman New 52 came out this week. Kind of sad. They've been working on it for 5 years now. So issue number 51 is their last one. I
have heard that they're going to work again on something in the future.
Yes, they did say that apparently Scott Snyder, he's working on a secret project right now. So Greg said that once he's done with that, they do intend on working on some stuff. And apparently Greg's already getting started to work on that. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up working on in the future. But this last issue I'm going to pick it up this weekend. It's supposed
You're
to
gonna pick up
be,
that one.
yeah, just because it's the last issue of them doing Batman. So, and it's supposed to be like really awesome, just like lots of really cool imagery of like the Batcave and the Batmobile, and it's just supposed to be like a really cool like last big bang for them. So
Did that come out this week?
yeah, it came out this week.
I was at the comic book shop 2 days ago. I should have picked one up, but I didn't. I'm kind of just doing trades on those ones.
Yeah, I just read the first volume of that Court of Owls. Just read that. I thought it was so good. At first, I wasn't super sure about the art style, just because I didn't like some of the way the Joker looked and other different characters. But then, like, the more I read into it, the more I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Good take on Batman. So
yeah,
I loved it.
I think seeing that, having read that, I think you'll enjoy Suicide Squad a little more too, because there's definitely some influences in the Joker.
Yeah,
his Joker in the Suicide Squad
movie. And they made Talon a really cool character. I didn't know all that much about him, except for that in the DC deck building game, Talon is not a very good card. So I kind of hated Talon. When I found out that he was a villain, I was like, oh, Talon. Like, why is he the villain in the story? But then he was actually a really cool character, and I was kind of upset that in the card game he's it's kind of weird.
What's the game that you have? Or what's the series, the box series that you have?
Mine is Heroes Unite.
Heroes Unite.
I think that's the name of it.
And that has Talon in it.
That has Talon in it. He's one of the villain cards.
Is he a super villain or just a villain card?
He's just a villain. Which, oh yeah. So this DC deck building game, if you guys don't have it out there, you should probably pick it up. It's a really fun game.
Very fun.
Very fun. I play it all the time with my friends out here. Even if you're not a nerd, it's still a good card game. But if you are a nerd, it's even more fun, I guess, because it's got cool stuff in it. But yeah, because Talon in this game, it's just like if you played a starter card, which is punch or vulnerability, then you get like +2. So it's like, and if not, he does nothing for you.
That's interesting.
So
yeah, the DC deck building game, great game. They have booster packs you can add on to it, and there's the core sets, and that like Dax has Heroes Unite, which has a different set of characters as your hero cards. Then there's like the main one, which is like the Justice League characters or staple: Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Green Lantern. But then they have a Teen Titans one, I think.
Yeah. I don't really ever see the Teen Titans one anywhere though, except for on Amazon.
And I think they have an Infinite Crisis version.
I think the Infinite Crisis one is just a booster pack.
No, is it the Villains Unite version?
Yeah.
They have one with Lex on it.
Yeah, that's like the Forever Evil.
Forever Evil, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. They have a Forever Evil one. Yeah, because I have the Crisis booster pack.
Oh, you
which
do?
is pretty fun to play with. Yeah, allows you, because normally when you're playing a deck building game, you're just playing for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The Crisis mode pack, you actually work together to beat the game.
Interesting.
Which is interesting. Yeah. So you have these Crisis villains, and these crises that happen, and so you're paralyzed from the crisis until you and whoever you're playing with can all work to defeat that crisis. Only once you defeat that crisis can you then buy or defeat the supervillain.
That's pretty cool.
You turn over a new supervillain and you turn over a new crisis at that point, so that you have another crisis to beat. And so the goal is to beat all your supervillains before your draw main deck pile runs out.
Okay.
So your draw main deck is like your timer for the game. Once that runs out, if you still have supervillains, you've lost. But if you beat all the supervillains, you won. So it's kind of fun. Changes the way you play.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've been looking at getting the the Batman and Joker expansion pack,
Oh yeah.
which is kind of interesting because I think it's cool how all the expansion packs, like, they make you have different ways to play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So,
just keeps it very fresh. Although for me, it's like, okay, I still sometimes have a hard time remembering how to play the base game.
yeah.
Start adding additional rules or new gameplay options, and it's kind of like, okay, wait, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But DC deck building game, definitely worth checking out. So speaking of games, we can jump real quick to our toy segment.
Yep. You're excited about this one.
There's a new game coming out. I guess it's not comic book completely related, but it's based on the Jim Henson's Labyrinth. And it's got figurines and everything. It's got Ludo, Hoggle, all your favorite Labyrinth characters as little pewter figurines that you can play with on the board. And yeah, it's supposed to be coming out later. But yeah, Labyrinth.
That's so exciting. Labyrinth is the best.
Huge David Bowie fans here and Labyrinth fans.
Yeah, Jim Henson and everything about Labyrinth. It took a lot of convincing for me to watch Labyrinth as a kid.
Oh, that's right. You didn't want to watch Labyrinth. I wanted to watch Labyrinth, and you're like, no, I don't want to watch Labyrinth.
I fought you so hard on that. Me and my sister both. We were like, no, we don't want to watch Labyrinth. We want to watch something else. And you're like, guys, trust me. Just sit down, watch it. If you don't like it, we'll turn it off and watch something else. You're like, just try it out. You guys will probably end up loving it. And we're like, fine. And then we watched it, and it became one of our favorites.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a great movie.
I remember, like,
it's got David Bowie in it.
Yeah. I remember getting mad at you for not letting us borrow it or something like that. And yep, it was so good. That was really like the first introduction, I think, to David Bowie I had because I think I was in second or third grade.
Yeah, I remember your sister, she was younger than you. Her first response of the movie when she saw David Bowie was, he's got a huge groin. Because he's wearing those. If you've seen Labyrinth, David Bowie's got some tight pants on.
Oh my gosh!
So you can see
his
features,
his
manhood.
Oh man, yeah, I remember Sky saying that and just being, what? Like, why'd you say that? But
yeah, and she's been in love with David Bowie ever since.
So sparked the love for her.
Yeah. So they're making a game. So I'm definitely want to get that game. I think that'd be a fun game to play. We'll have to get that for Christmas time or the beach or something.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to playing that. That's gonna be fun.
So my other toy news, I got a little bit of toy dilemma right now. We talked about, I think on episode 1, that I was thinking about buying the Batman 66 Legos.
Yeah.
Set, the Bat Cave, $270 cave. They extended the Lego. If you shop at Lego, you can get the classic 1966 Batman Mr. Freeze minifig when you make a purchase of $75 or more. That was supposed to end a while ago, but they actually extended it for the rest of this month, which is till tomorrow. So today, I need to make a decision if I am going to spend the money on the Batman 66 Batcave.
I'm pushing you to
I'm a little hesitant. You think I should buy it?
I think you should buy it.
I got a space for it on my shelf.
Yeah.
That's why I built these shelves that could actually store all my Legos. Yeah. So anyway, I'm like totally on the fence right now. I'm like on top of the fence, about to fall over to the other side of it. But yeah, I've been saving my money. Like I got some money for Christmas. I haven't spent it. And I've been saving money every month, so I've got money saved for it. I just don't know if I want to spend the money on it.
You do.
I do.
You do.
But there's other cool things I might want to buy, like I don't know, some action figures or something. But yeah, it's like.
But this is so cool. Plus, you get the 1966 Mr. Freeze minifig. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And in the set, it comes with a bunch of cool minifigures too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I also have a little bit of Lego credit when you're a Lego VIP member. When you buy stuff at the Lego store,
Yeah,
you actually get points. And so, like when you get like, I don't know what it is, like 100 points, you get like $5 or something. So
you've got some of that saved up. So
I got $15 worth of that to chip off some of that tax. So yeah.
Well, I think you should get it.
And the thing is, I already have 2 Lego sets still I haven't built yet.
That's where issues come in. But you should still buy it.
I have a Deadpool with Harley Quinn. Wait, no. I have a Harley Quinn and Batman on motorcycles with Deadshot in it.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't built that. That's been my most recent purchase, but I've been kind of waiting on a good day I'll probably do that tonight, actually. And then I have the Wonder Woman with the Invisible Jet with the Flash and Gorilla Grodd set.
I have that set too that you gave me.
You haven't put it together yet?
I haven't put it together yet. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
But I also got it like right before going to college.
You got it a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Like quite literally a year ago. Probably a year ago today.
Right.
I got it. Yeah. Because like once I build it, I don't know where it's going.
Yeah,
once I build it,
save it for your future home.
Yeah, I'm saving it for once I at least have like an apartment or something that I can put it in. So,
or you can just save it because that set could be worth something someday.
Yeah,
boxed.
Yeah, but then like that's one of those things that's like I might not sell it just because it is worth something. Like,
right?
You never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Isn't that funny? Like you buy something like, yeah, this could be worth something someday, like as if you're gonna sell it again. But then when it is worth something, you like don't want to get rid of it.
Well, yeah, because then it's like a collectible, and you're like, oh well, I've got to keep it now. Like,
right. So it kind of defeats the whole story of I'm buying it because it's gonna be worth something someday.
Yeah.
I got a friend who buys Phil Vecchio. He has Legos, like a ton of, I guess, in boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes money selling his Legos.
That's pretty cool.
So supposedly he's got a Batmobile set that he could probably make a good deal of money on. So
don't tell me this information.
he's like a Lego hoarder. So, and he doesn't open up a lot of the boxes. So
I just entered in for a competition, I think, to win a 36-inch Batman the Animated Series Batwing.
That thing is cool.
It's awesome.
Is that? Yeah, that's the new one that's coming out, right?
Yeah. So it's coming out in DC. They're having like a giveaway on it. So I was like, you know what? I'll enter my name on that. So
I need to enter that. I don't know where I'd put something that big.
36 inches. That's just 36 inches long, and it's like a full freaking Batwing. So it's like that's a big thing to have, but it looks so great, and it can hold 2 6-inch action figures. So
it's got a cockpit canopy that slides open. It's even got interior lights.
Yeah, like this is like a really cool Batwing right here. I never had a Batwing growing up, so like part of me really wants it.
Yeah, I think so I've got it. I've got the catalog pulled up on in front of me. It's gonna be retail, I think, $175. I mean, the thing is big.
Big. It's massive.
It's massive. It's supposed to be on sale in October.
So we'll see what happens with that. I hope I get it.
Well, then you'll have to get some Batman the Animated Series action figures.
Oh yeah. Okay, you know what? I didn't. It wasn't a competition for that. It was a competition to win uh, action figures from the Flash and Arrow TV shows.
Oh,
That's it. You get a Captain Cold. I think there was a. I can't remember what the other character was, and then Black Canary. So I entered in that one. That makes a lot more sense because those are things that are more likely to be just given away because
right.
they probably have too many of those. Oh, it's a Malcolm Merlin action figure. So I was like, well, I'll enter it because
Might as well.
yeah, for the Captain Cold because Flash. So
Yeah. Yeah.
and the Black Canary looks pretty sweet too.
So I don't usually buy a lot of action figures. None really. I'm pretty much been buying Legos and then pop vinyl figures. But I do think my first venture into action figure land might be with the Darwin Cook figurines that are coming out. I don't know if you've seen those at all.
I haven't seen them, but I'm super down to get
they
them.
are based on his drawings and they look awesome.
Shoot.
They have series 1, which is Batman. Oh, who's all in that series 1? Batman, Supergirl. There's 2 others. Gosh, I can't think of who the other 2 are. Not mainstream characters. But yeah, so those are series 1. Those are coming out May. The Batman one I want. The other ones I'll probably pass on. And then the series 2, which I'm probably most excited about, has the Darwin Cook Catwoman, which she's awesome. I love when he did the Catwoman covers, the Catwoman comics. His Catwoman's cool. They also have he also has a Flash figurine coming out, and
I'm looking at these.
A Green Lantern.
Yeah, he's got John Stewart, Green Lantern. The Catwoman looks awesome.
Yeah, so that series 2, and those come out in October. So, I think their retail is $28, but I know a lot of places are doing pre-orders for them. A lot of shops will give you discounts when you pre-order. So I think I saw them for like $23.
Yeah, 22.40.
Yeah.
But you have to pre-order by like May 9th.
Yeah, so that's coming up. So see, I got my Lego money, but these are coming out. Or do I just wait a month and buy my Batman at full price? So I can still get Catwoman on sale later.
Yeah, because they're 23 now, but they'll only go up to like 28. So
yeah, it's still a good price for what it is.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Darwin Cook fan. I love his drawings. So this was like, okay, this makes sense. This is a good jumping in point for me. I could see myself, and I don't feel like I got to have all of his figures. Like I probably won't get the John Stewart or the Flash. Well, the Flash is pretty cool, but I'd rather have the Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's fair. He's more your generation,
right? So. New Frontier-ish. So
they do have a New Frontier box set.
Yeah,
that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that's got Hal Jordan in it.
Yeah, I don't want to mix them though. So because I really what's really drawing me most is the Catwoman.
Yeah.
And so I figure if I get the Batman and have a Catwoman, that'll at least be a kind of a mini collection, you know. So then I'll decide if I want to get others from there. So
yeah, the Batman and the Catwoman really are the coolest. The Harley Quinn one's pretty sweet though.
Oh, Harley Quinn, that's who it was. Yeah. Who else is in series 1?
I don't know.
One other person I'm forgetting.
Wonder Woman? Did you say that?
No, she's series 2.
Supergirl,
she's series 1. Darwin Cook, series 1.
These are really the only ones I'm seeing here.
There's one other. Here he is. Where is it?
The Supergirl one's cool because it comes with a Crypto the super dog,
Mm-hmm.
and then the cat. Super cat, I guess. I'm not really sure what that is, but
Okay, so it's these are like 7 inches tall.
that's a pretty good size.
Yeah. Okay, it's Adam Strange.
Okay.
That's who else is in the series one. Adam Strange. He's pretty cool too. He's got a little helmet on and a visor. His visor. Um, so
Yeah, I've been looking at the animated series action figures just because I've been getting real into the animated series
yeah.
lately, and the action figures for it look awesome.
So I just realized the animated series is on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh yeah.
So I need to start watching that there again.
Mm-hmm.
Revisit it once I've done everything else that I have on my list. So yeah. So that's my toy. As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'll probably be walking around thinking about. I've been thinking about buying this set since it was first rumored to be coming out. So now I just need to pull the trigger because I feel like if I don't pull the trigger now, I'll regret. I'll probably not do it because now is when I could get the 66 Mr. Freeze. So,
yeah, and that just makes it worth it. So I'd say do it. Pull that.
And I don't have any other Lego sets that I want to buy at the moment.
Yeah.
That would reach me to that $75 threshold anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing left to buy in the DC Lego verse right now for me is the Batman 66.
So I think you have to buy it.
Okay, I'll do it.
My biggest thing right now is I just got started on these DC mystery minis.
Oh yeah.
Which they just come in a little box.
Yep.
And you don't know what you're getting on the inside.
What do those cost?
It's like $6.
$6, yeah.
I think it's like $5.99. So me and my sweet mate, we were at the comic book store and we decided, you know what? We should start collecting these. So we decided that every time we go to the comic book store, we'll just pick up a box and see how that goes. And so what happened was, it was my birthday to set the story up. And I opened mine first in the store because the guy said, see the Wonder Woman over there? That's up for trade if you don't like the one you get. So I was like, well, shoot, I love Wonder Woman. So I was like, I'm going to open it up, see what happens. Because at first I was just going to be like, oh, whatever I get, I'm going to like it. So, but then when I learned I had the opportunity to have that Wonder Woman, I was like, I should open this up now. So I opened it up and I got Batman, which was pretty cool. I was like, oh, sweet. It's a pretty cool looking Batman. But I wanted Wonder Woman more than I wanted Batman. So I was like, okay, let's see what you got, Matt, because I probably want that Wonder Woman. And he pulls out this Martian Manhunter, which I have right here in the video. But he pulls out the Martian Manhunter.
By the way, when we're recording this, we're doing a live Google Hangout as we record this. So we're seeing each other. So if you're listening to this and you want to actually watch what we're doing, you can go on YouTube/Geek Poll. And that's our channel name to actually watch us talk about this stuff, which is much more exciting.
Yeah.
Really,
no, it's probably more boring. But
yes,
when it comes to stuff like this, it's kind of cool because you get to. So I'll show this little Martian Manhunter figure again. So he pulls it out and I go, oh my gosh, he just pulled out Martian Manhunter is so cool, so interesting. Found out he's actually a more rare character.
really?
Yeah, to get out of this box, there's a 1 out of 24 chance you get Martian Manhunter.
Oh, so they have a rarity list of.
Yeah, so a lot of them are just 1 in 12 chances, but then there are a handful of them that are 1 in 24, and then they have one that's 1 in 36, which is a White Lantern, Hal Jordan, which is really cool. And then they have White Lantern Batman, which is a 1 in 72 chance.
Interesting. Okay, that makes it fun.
Yeah. So, and they have like a They have a television series Batman and Reverse Flash, and they have a lot of really cool characters in this thing. So I'm excited to like start getting them because we just decided that every time we go, so about once a month, I'll be picking one of these up.
And it's fun to do with a friend because if you don't like what you get, you
You can trade with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool that your comic book store has one for trade.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a really good idea, actually, because
It's really smart.
you kind of feel safe making the purchase. If they always had, if you don't like what you get, we got a one for trade, and they can just keep always one on hand.
And just knowing that makes you want to buy it a little bit more because you're like,
right.
Especially if there's a character that you don't have,
right?
Then it's like, shoot, like, let me buy one.
So what are the chances on the Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman are 1 in 12.
She's a common character. Okay.
Yeah. So the common characters are Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Power Girl, which is, I really want the Power Girl because that's just cool. Harley Quinn. Looks like you got Deathstroke, and that's it for like just the standards. Then your more rare ones are Martian Manhunter, Black Manta, television series Batman, Reverse Flash, Lex Luthor, White Lantern Batman, and White Lantern Hal Jordan, and a metallic Harley Quinn.
Oh, interesting.
Which looks pretty cool.
Does the box say like this is like a series 1 kind of thing? Are they going to be doing more of these?
There's nothing that
indication on that.
There's nothing that says series 1 on it as of right now, and it is Funko who makes a pop
brand. Yeah.
So Funko's killing it with.
Yeah, all their stuff's great. Ooh, I just remembered I have a toy on pre-order from them. It's their new rock candy or
you mentioned that.
The Batgirl. That's supposed to be coming in May, I think.
That's exciting.
It'll be a fun surprise.
I'm excited because my birthday was on Monday. Oh yeah. Anyways, back to the story with the Martian. So he pulls it out. Yeah, he pulls it out, and I go, "Oh shoot, that's awesome!" And I said those words out loud, and he was like, "I really want that Batman." And I was like,
so he was really wanting Batman.
Yeah, he loves Batman. So I was like, all right, like, and he was like, but also Martian Manhunter. And I was like, here's the deal. We can trade and you'll get Batman. If we don't trade, you'll get to keep Martian Manhunter, which he also thinks is an awesome character, but I'm going to get Wonder Woman instead. And he was like, oh shoot. And he's like, you know what? He's like, it's your birthday. I'll give you Martian Manhunter because I know you think he's really cool. So I was like, sweet. So
you got the rare character.
I got a rare character.
And he got his Batman because he wasn't going to get Batman because you're either going to walk away with Martian Manhunter or Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So I was winning no matter what.
Yeah. Birthday or no birthday, you had that one.
But so that was the college form of a birthday present. Because he was like, well, I didn't buy you anything, so this will be it. And I was like, all right, sounds good. So, but I didn't even realize that Martian Manhunter was a rare character until.
So at the time of the trading, you guys didn't know about the rarity of it?
I haven't even told him about the rarity of it. So
hope he's not listening to our podcast.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that once he finds that information out. But yeah, so cool little characters, $6. I figured that's just an extra little something I can do once a month. Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
And it's with a friend, so that makes it not as bad. If I just did it by myself, like I saw one guy do it by himself, and I was like, it's a little weird.
It's kind of lonely.
Yeah, it's just kind of. I like collecting things with my friends, so it makes it a little bit more like a game. Who can get all their characters first?
And then you have the trading aspect, which that makes it much more enjoyable.
Yeah, because it kind of sucks if you get a bunch of one character.
Yeah, totally.
So but yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of toys to buy, that's for sure.
Too many. I'm excited because it was my birthday on Monday, and I told my parents.
Did you get anything from your wish list, toy-wise?
I don't know. I have no clue yet. Because I told
no one's given you gifts yet until you come home.
Nope. Yeah. So grandparents and one aunt sent Amazon gift cards to me.
Cool.
And so I have those. But then I told my parents, I was like, they're like, do you want people to send you? And I was like, well, at this point, I'm just
Packing it up,
opening it and then packing it back up. So, which if I were getting some of the toys, I kind of wish that I had got here because I'm just going to bring them back to school next year. But at the same time, it gives me a little bit more, makes it a little bit more exciting for when I get home because now I have stuff waiting for me. So we're celebrating when I get back.
So our next episode, or maybe the next episode, we'll be able to talk about what you got.
Yeah, it should be the next episode or the episode after that.
Yeah.
Because I think we're celebrating next weekend. So
okay.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. We'll be talking about your birthday collection that you received, and we might be talking about whether I received my Batman 66 Batcave.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that in the next week.
Yeah. One other piece of news I want to talk about was related to San Diego Comic-Con. Just heard that Fox Studios, 20th Century Fox, is not doing a panel. Usually they're part of the Hall H series of panels of movies, and they're not going to be at Comic-Con, which is interesting because Marvel has also been not showing up at Comic-Con recently because they have their own thing that they do, and they're kind of potentially probably not going to be at this Comic-Con either, since they kind of get their own space and limelight when they do their own thing, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of leaves just Warner Brothers for Comic-Con.
Yeah. So
some people could say Warner Brothers ultimately wins Comic-Con, but does it really matter anymore because none of the other players are there? And what does that do to Comic-Con's future as being kind of the big event to hear about all the movie stuff?
Yeah, that'll be kind of could be an interesting change up.
Yeah. I mean, because now it's like, okay, they can talk about comics, but where the money is usually is related to the movie stuff for Comic-Con. So I'm kind of curious to see how the future of Comic-Con is going to wrap up. So anyway, we also have some rumors.
Got some rumors. So Michael Keaton, it was up for question that he would appear in Spider-Man Homecoming as the Vulture. So he would be playing another Birdman, which would have been pretty awesome. But sadly, this is just a rumor.
Now, I heard that maybe he actually just turned it down. And maybe
really?
Maybe it was more than a rumor.
Really?
So it sounds like maybe they're pursuing him, but he decided not to do it.
I thought what I had heard was that they were looking into it and that it was a very possibility, but instead of him, they said like the article I read about it was Michael Keaton out, Robert Downey Jr. in. So
that's not going to happen.
No, it's confirmed.
Oh, not for the Vulture, but yeah.
No,
Iron Man being in the movie. I was like, yeah, no way, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so Iron Man is supposed to be in Spider-Man.
Yes, Iron Man is in Spider-Man.
And because of that, apparently Michael Keaton's out. So nobody really knows the reasons why Michael Keaton's not in it, but I heard it was kind of a trade-off thing.
Like, I doubt it.
They could only have one.
Oh, I doubt it was a trade-off.
Yeah.
I think Michael Keaton probably didn't want to do it.
It's probably smart on Michael Keaton's part.
He's a DC guy.
Yeah.
He's Batman.
He's the Batman.
Why would you ruin your comic book legacy by playing a villain, a different person? I know he's making a comeback and can do lots of stuff if he wants to, but man, I wouldn't touch it. I'm Batman.
Yeah. Like if anything, he should be a villain in the DC universe.
Yeah.
If he wanted to do that, but
That would be fun.
That'd be fun.
He would have made a good Vulture, though.
He would have made a really good Vulture. He would have killed it.
I could see why they would have pursued him for that.
Yeah,
that makes total sense.
Because one, that's a cool Spider-Man villain that doesn't get a lot of light shed on him. So it's cool for that reason. And then he would have done a killer job on it. So
yeah, so we'll see who they end up casting for the Vulture. If he is, in fact, if it's a totally different villain in the movie, then we know probably this was never really a real thing to begin with. Other rumor going around right now is George Miller, the guy who directed Mad Max Fury Road, which I haven't seen because you didn't want to go see it, by the way. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet either. I wanted to see it. I was going to see it in IMAX when it came out. I texted you to see if you wanted to see it. You weren't interested in it. And I was like, okay. But then I never got around to see it myself. And then, like, supposedly it was like a really great movie.
I still have no interest in seeing it, though.
No, still no interest?
Still no interest.
Supposedly it was like the best action movie of 2015.
Yeah, but like that's one of those things that like I feel like you really, really have to be in the mood to sit down and watch. And there's nothing about it that like is enticing me to want to watch it.
See, I think the visuals are kind of enticing. And now that I've heard that it's a great movie, and it's
like when
XL did the soundtrack,
yeah, which is pretty cool. But like at the same time, when I first heard it like described to me, the person who was talking about it said that you sit down and they take you by your shoulders and shake you for 2.5 hours, and then you walk out of the theater. And he meant it in a good way, but to me, I was like, I don't want that. That doesn't sound like a good time to me. So I've been refraining from watching it. Maybe one day I'll see it, but there's nothing about Mad Max that is like very interesting to me. So
I'm going to rent it one of these days. But the rumor is that George Miller, who was originally going to direct the Justice League movie back in like 2000, in the 2000s.
Oh, geez.
He is rumored. He's been seen, like he was seen on the set of the Suicide Squad. Mad Max Fury Road was produced by Warner Brothers, so he's got a relationship with Warner Brothers already. So that people have been knowing that he's kind of been circling some of the DC movies. Mm-hmm. The rumor right now is that he might be doing the Green Lantern movies.
I'm down.
So, he's a really good director, and he came out. He did Mad Max really well, supposedly. I haven't seen it. And
it didn't it win a few awards and stuff?
Yes, it won Oscars.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's supposed to be a really good movie.
Good for him.
Yeah, someone would comment like it's gonna be Mad Max Fury Road, but in space. Which, from what I know of Mad Max Fury Road, that in space would be awesome. Because that's what was good about the first original Green Lantern movie was all the space stuff.
Yeah,
they keep it more in space, make it a space epic. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. So the original Green Lantern movie, I don't think it was really all that bad. After watching the director's cut of it, it gets a lot of flack. But if you watch the director's cut, it's not that bad of a movie.
Yeah, the script wasn't great.
And it had some choppy moments.
The editing of the original cut made it worse.
Yeah.
The director's cut that was released on DVD made it a much more tolerable movie, but still there was some of the writing, especially on Earth, just didn't flow well.
Yeah. I need to go back and rewatch that.
The Sinestro guy.
Oh, he looks so good. It's such a bummer that
I would have loved to see the sequel to that movie.
Yeah, just because he looked like Sinestro and he played the part so well.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get Mark Strong to do Sinestro again, even though this is a Green Lantern reboot.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds will not be returning to the Green Lantern suit anytime soon.
Yeah, it sounds like that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. Not that he was bad in the movie itself, but he's got a new gig now.
Yeah, he's got a new CGI suit on. So
yes, not CGI, just the eyes. Well, I think that's it. Do you have anything more to talk about this week? We're running out of time.
There's nothing really. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything other than music wise.
Yeah, so let's wrap up the show with our music geek out, talking about what we've been listening to, and yeah, take it away.
All right, so when it comes to music, there's this band that I was recently introduced to a few months ago by my sister. This band called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Kind of a fun band name. It's kind of a mouthful, but I was introduced to them through this song they have called Hot Wax, which is a really cool song. Very beachy. It's kind of got some B-52s, like
that's cool.
Kind of a sound to it, which is always fun. But it's like kind of like a more modern-y like rock version of it. So surf rock. So it's pretty awesome. And they sampled the Beach Boys in it, in the chorus. So it's actually pretty cool. But they just came out with an album today called Nonagon Infinity. It's interesting. It's a little bit different than their previous albums, but still pretty good. I just listened to it right before the show, almost all of it. But it's really good. It's kind of cool because they played it like the way the album is laid out. It almost feels like it's all one song. Just because they blend, like there's no space in between songs, and like the ideas kind of shift into different ones, like musically, throughout the album. So it's pretty interesting because it's like very continuous. It almost feels kind of like a movie in a sense, the way the album is laid out. Pretty good. So I suggest giving it a listen if you're into kind of like the surf.
Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Nonagon Infinity.
So that's the new album, Nonagon Infinity.
Yeah.
What are their other albums titles?
Their other album. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick because I kind of forgot. So the other albums, the only other one that I've listened to all the way through is called Oddments.
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 Okay.
So Oddments, which came out in 2014. That's the only other one I've listened to.
So this was their first album since 2014?
No, they had one in 2015.
Okay.
As well. Called Paper Mache Dream Balloon, which sounds like a pretty awesome name. So I'm going to probably give that a listen in a little bit. But so if you're into kind of like a modern surf rocky kind of a sound, they're pretty good at doing that. So
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That's what I'll be listening to this weekend.
Yep. So listen to Nonagon Infinity and Oddments because those are the only ones that I can vouch for as of right now. So.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of Geek Pull. Please find us on Facebook or Geek Pull, Facebook/Geek Pull, on Twitter, Twitter/Geek Pull, on YouTube if you want to see us talking about doing this, YouTube/Geek Pull. Yeah, and visit geekpull.com, leave a comment, see our show notes, everything we've talked about today, the toys, the news and everything. We're going to have that links to all that in the show notes. And please leave a comment, tell us what you think, what you thought. We might talk about it next week. So anyway, I'm Jonathan Matlock.
I'm Dax Matlock.
We'll see you next week.